What is up, guys? Welcome to today's video. Pretty much the plan for this video is, well, I said I was gonna do all this stuff off camera, putting all this stuff back together, but I mean, I'm gonna do it on camera because I don't really have anything else to do. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna, these springs still don't have the bolts holding them down, the shocks still don't have the bolts holding them down from when I did the whole leveling kit screw up thing. So that's what we're gonna do today. But you can see it snowed again, so that's gonna make it very nice because I have to work outside. So fun fact, Honda Civics don't do well in the snow. Kind of couldn't even get it up this driveway. You can't really see anymore, but I was sliding all over the place just trying to get up here. Granted, I am on summer tires, but I mean, yeah. So before we start doing all of this stuff, I want to give you guys my thoughts on the new 2019 Ford Ranger that's supposed to be coming out. Like early 2019 is what they say. So pretty much my thoughts on that is I think it looks a lot better than the one that they had in like in Europe and like the Ford Ranger that they have over there, because Ford stopped making the Ranger in the United States in like 2011, and then they changed the body style and they were continuing to sell it overseas because I guess they didn't really see a market for it in the US anymore, which, I mean, they kind of missed out on a whole lot of sales because the Colorado and the GMC Canyon and the Toyota Tacoma have been completely taking all the market away from Ford in the mid-sized truck market. So when the new Ranger actually comes back out, I see a pretty big shakeup in all of that. Some of you guys may be wondering if I'm thinking about buying one. I am thinking about buying one, but it kind of has to, for me. All right, so like I have the Honda Civic here, and this gets 38 miles per gallon. So if the Ford Ranger comes out at like a competitive price point, like with the Tacoma and stuff like that, and it gets like at least like 30 miles to the gallon, which I see no problem with it doing that because it's supposed to have a, I think it was like a 2.3 liter EcoBoost. And I have a friend that has an F-150 with the EcoBoost, and he gets close to 25 or so, I believe. So I see no problem with it getting at least 30. So if it gets at least 30 and it comes in at a competitive price point, then I will be trading in the Civic. But then again, this is like a whole year out, so you don't really know what's going to happen. It could come out and they could change what it looks like, and it could look like horrible. But the way that it looks in like the auto show pictures and everything like that, with the different colored front bumper, that it looks pretty cool, because the one that they were selling overseas, it just didn't really look like a Ranger. But I mean, now it still kind of doesn't really look like a Ranger, but with the different colored front bumper in the front, it actually is kind of starting to look like a truck again. They kind of didn't really look like a truck for a while. They just looked too like futuristic and way too modern to be a truck, in my opinion. But with the different colored front bumper in the front, and it's actually a steel front bumper, not a plastic one, which is a pretty big plus. So with all that considered, if it comes out at a good price point and gets pretty good gas mileage, I'll definitely be buying one, because the Civic, kind of like I was saying, it's not good in the snow, and up here in New Hampshire, we need four-wheel drive up here, and I don't want to have to daily drive my truck forever, which actually, I take that back. I'm not daily driving the truck at all. I'm daily driving this in the snow, and it's horrible. So that's my thoughts on the new 2019 Ford Ranger. Will I be buying one? Kind of like a 50-50 chance, but if it comes out and I like it, then most likely I'll be buying the 2019 Ford Ranger. I'd be getting, most likely would not be getting the base model, because I believe the base model doesn't have the appearance package that I like, with like what I was saying with the bumper being the different color and everything. So I'd be getting like the FX4 package or like the Lariat package, so like one of the upper tiers to the truck to get the appearance package that I want, because the XL model, which is the base model, it just looks like junk. So yeah, if they come out with a step side version of the truck, now the old Ford Rangers, like my friend had an 02 Ford Ranger, I have a 2001 Ford Ranger that's out in the woods. My other friend had a 96 Ford Ranger, or 95 Ford Ranger. So pretty much like what I'm saying is the step side ones, they had a step side version back then and it looked awesome. So my friend had a red 2002 with a step side, and I love that truck. He sold it and he didn't tell me that he was selling it, and I was like, man, I would have bought that truck off you. But yeah, so that's my thought on the 2019 Ford Ranger. Now let's get into doing this stuff, because this truck has been out of commission for a couple of weeks because I've just been kind of too lazy to fix it. So we're gonna do that today. Okay, so if you guys ever got a shock bolt doesn't want to come out, or doesn't want to go back in, give a little bit of persuasion. So it is like super cold out, and I keep having to come back inside because I'm trying to drill out the hole for the top retention clip on the coil spring. It is just so cold out. I can seriously like not even feel my fingers, and I have gloves on. So it's kind of ridiculous. So I think I'm just gonna get this one side done today. I'll do the other side a different day when it's not this cold out. The weather says it's 30 degrees out. I do not believe that at all. Like, it honestly feels like 10. So yeah, there's no way it's 30 degrees out. Alright guys, so I've got this side together. So just in case you guys like did it how I did, or your bolts wouldn't come out when you were taking out these springs and you drilled them out, basically all you need to do to fix that is just drill a hole through it and put a bolt through it. And no, that's not tightened down yet. I'm gonna do that in a second, but I just wanted to show you guys exactly how that goes. You just get a bolt, throw a nut on the other side, drill a hole through this metal piece. This is actually really tough metal to drill through, so yeah. And then I got my shock bolt down here in. I showed you guys a little trick with that. You just pour like some soap or brake fluid or whatever on it and just smack it in with the hammer, because it's hard to get the bolts through the rubber bushing in there, so you just kind of need to lubricate it a little bit. And then this one's a pain in the ass to get to, the bottom bolt down there. But I'm just gonna do this one side for today. I'm gonna do the other side some other day. Normally the cold doesn't really affect me all that much, but I was sick for like the last week, so I mean, I really don't want to end up waking up tomorrow and being sick again, because I'm literally frozen out here right now. So I'll do the other side at some other point. But yeah, so this side at least is in, and I really can't even drive the thing anyway, because my dad still needs to, after we replaced the pieces right here because of the rust, like when we were doing the restoration and everything, some of the stuff back there actually isn't undercoated yet, so I don't really want to drive it on the roads too much until that gets done. But he said he's gonna do that tomorrow. Then I'll do the other side. It's just kind of too cold out today for me to want to do anything. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, follow my Instagram on the screen below. next couple of weeks we're gonna have the 38s going on this thing, so stay tuned for that. I know I keep saying that, but I mean it, guys. It is happening. So, all right, see you guys in the next one.